Hello, my name is Felipe, and this is my maker portfolio. On my high school FRC robotics team, I led a sub-team called the intake mechanism. My prototyping began with determining the mechanism geometry optimized for the right ball compression and the ball grippiness. Through time and effort, I changed the deploying mechanism from a single pivot to a 4-bar linkage to make the whole thing more resilient. I switched the deploying system from pneumatics to motor-driven because the pistons kept breaking and motors just turned out to be faster. I designed and assembled a gearbox where I used the desired gear ratios and gear stages to calculate the necessary center-to-center dimensions for the gears. In my master sketch, I focused hard on making the CAD modular and robust so I could easily test different geometries to work with our design constraints and it wouldn't just break the CAD. I went through a ton of iteration, failed mechanisms, failed ideas, and it was awesome. It ended up being very reliable on the robot and we seated 5th in the world at Champs. At one of my hardware design internships, I wanted to design a product that could combine origami design and UN goals, so I thought of Medgami. The idea was to create a wrist and ankle splint out of accessible materials for developing nations. In my design process, I thought of the different ways human joints move and what points need to be secured to immobilize it. The splint is meant to be a cutout template with designated folds. You can then use straps and sticks to make everything tight and rigid. I also consulted doctors to improve my design and I presented my idea to an audience of 30. At the engineering organization I founded, I designed the axle setup, 3D printed couplers, pulleys, and rope tensioners for our autonomous drivetrain. I also wired circuits using ultrasonic sensors, voltage regulators, and Arduino. In another one of our projects, I wired an ESP32 cam microcontroller to a time-of-flight sensor and programmed it to start streaming video and send push notifications to your phone if a pedestrian or an object is detected. This device was made to improve the sensing capabilities of old cars.